My biggest worry since we've lost permanent housing would be losing my kids. That's my biggest worry is DHS.
It's hard for us to get sleep because there's, gunshots, there's people driving through here. Hard to get them down.
They can sense everything too.
Right away. Kids need something, we get it. So we can't really necessarily buy things that could help us. It's like, oh, they choose to be down here. I don't choose to be down here. I don't like this place at all.
Welcome, Homeless Life Stories.
This isn't just another video. It's a look at the real lives unfolding right here in America, in places like Alabama, where the struggle of homelessness touches people every day. In cities such as Birmingham and Montgomery, folks are out there on the streets, in cars or under bridges, dealing with challenges that many of us can hardly imagine. These are everyday people, veterans who've served our country, parents trying to protect their kids, seniors holding on to what little they have left. They've ended up in this spot not because of one bad choice, but often through a string of tough breaks like job loss, rising bills, or health issues that snowball out of control. As we share these stories on Homeless Life Stories, it's about seeing them as our fellow humans, deserving of the same stability and respect we all hope for. If what you're hearing resonates, and we believe it will, take a moment to like this video to help spread these important voices. Leave a comment with your own thoughts or stories. It could connect with someone else going through the same thing. And if you're joining us for the first time, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so we can keep bringing these realities to light together.
Some people don't look at it as we're just down on our luck. It's like, oh, they choose to be down here.
No. One, the reality of homelessness in Alabama today. Heading into mid-2025, the situation in Alabama shows no signs of letting up. The latest annual homelessness assessment report from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, released earlier this year, puts the state's homeless population at around 4,601 people. A sharp 39% jump from 2023 to 2024, with signs it could climb higher amid ongoing economic pressures. About half of them are unsheltered, facing Alabama's hot, humid summers and sudden storms without any real protection, living in tents, abandoned buildings, or wherever they can find a spot. North Alabama, especially areas like Morgan County and Decatur, has seen some of the biggest increases, according to a June 2025 report from local sources. Take James, a 62-year-old Vietnam veteran from Birmingham. He used to work as a mechanic supporting his family, but medical debt and unemployment left him sleeping in a tent under a highway overpass, his old military medals tucked away in a worn backpack.
They didn't want me to be part of their society anymore. So I just decided, I'm gonna sleep in a tent, I'm gonna do what I love for a living.
It's hard not to feel for these folks when you see how the system falls short. Rents in places like Montgomery have risen 15% in recent years, while wages haven't kept pace, and the state needs an additional 84,000 affordable homes just for extremely low-income households. Families like Maria's in Huntsville end up bouncing between friends' couches and their car, trying to shield her young kids from the uncertainty. Mental health struggles and addiction play a big role too, but services here are underfunded, leaving people without the help they need to get back on their feet. These aren't distant problems. They're happening to real people who once had homes, jobs, and dreams, just like anyone else. As we go deeper into Alabama's experiences today, it's a chance to listen closely and recognize that a little empathy from all of us could make a real difference in turning things around. No. 2. Voices from Birmingham and Montgomery streets. But as we look closer at places like Birmingham, where the city's population hovers around 200,000, and recent reports show unsheltered homelessness rates nearing 48%, one of the highest in the South due to milder winters that make street living more common, it's clear this issue runs deep. On Homeless Life Stories, we've spent time following real lives to bring these realities home. And one story that stays with me is from a woman named Lisa in her mid-30s who we met during a day-long filming session. She's been caught in the grip of drug addiction for years, starting after a painful divorce and job loss that left her without support. To afford her next fix, she turns to sex work on the streets, a cycle that exposes her to constant danger and shame. "I never thought I'd be out here like this," she told us quietly, her eyes avoiding the camera as she described dodging arrests and health risks just to survive another day. It's heartbreaking to see how one setback can spiral into this, stripping away dignity and hope. Have you ever wondered what it takes for someone to break free from that kind of trap, or how we as a community might offer a real lifeline? Shifting our focus to Montgomery, with its historic sites drawing over 1 million visitors annually, yet facing a 10% rise in family homelessness in the past year alone, the contrasts hit even harder. Here on Homeless Life Stories, we aim to highlight these hidden struggles, like the group interviews we conducted in Birmingham's downtown parks, where folks opened up about the daily grind of street life. One man, Marcus, a 45-year-old former factory worker, shared how he goes days without a proper meal, scavenging from dumpsters or relying on sporadic food pantries, all while dealing with the cold stares and avoidance from passers-by. "People cross the street when they see me coming," he said, his voice heavy with isolation, recounting nights without a bed that leave him vulnerable to theft or violence. The lack of safe shelters, often overflowing with wait lists stretching weeks, means he's constantly on guard, his few belongings clutched tight. Stories like his remind us of the quiet cruelty in being overlooked. What do you think it would feel like to be treated as invisible in your own hometown? And how might a simple act of kindness change that? No. 3. Uncovering the silent forces behind Alabama's homelessness crisis. As we continue on Homeless Life Stories, peeling back the layers of this issue in Alabama, it's time to shine a light on the quieter, often overlooked drivers that keep so many trapped in instability factors that don't always make the headlines but erode lives just the same. Take the growing impact of natural disasters, for instance. In a state prone to floods and hurricanes, these events aren't just temporary setbacks. They're accelerators of homelessness, displacing families, and wiping out already fragile housing. Recent data from 2025 shows that in coastal areas like Mobile County, where annual flood risks affect over 20% of low-income homes, evictions spike dramatically after storms, pushing people into a cycle they can't escape. We met Elena, a 48-year-old mother from rural Mississippi who moved to Mobile seeking factory work after a flood destroyed her home last year. "I came here thinking it'd be a fresh start," she shared during our interview, her hands trembling as she described couch surfing with her teenage daughter while waiting for aid that never came, her dreams drowned in bureaucracy and rising rents. Have you considered how a single storm could unravel everything you've built, and what that might mean for someone without a safety net? Add to that the influx of migration to urban centers like Birmingham, drawn by job promises that often fall short, and you see how economic shifts quietly swell the ranks of the unhoused. In North Alabama, where homelessness has surged to one of the highest rates in the state, as per a June 2025 study, newcomers arrive hoping for stability but face overcrowded shelters and stagnant wages that don't match the hype. Moving inland to places like Baldwin County, another layer emerges: the invisible strain on rural and suburban areas where support services are scarce. Here, with over 70% of the county's land rural and access to shelters limited to just a handful per 100,000 residents, people often hide their struggles living in cars or motels to avoid stigma, masking a crisis that's exploding under the surface. This hidden homelessness has seen a shocking increase, hitting even working professionals since early 2025, as folks double up in homes or vanish from official counts. On Homeless Life Stories, we've uncovered how economic disparities, like automation wiping out jobs in manufacturing hubs, compound this, turning middle-class lives upside down without warning. That's what happened to David, a 55-year-old engineer in Fairhope who lost his position to tech upgrades last spring. Suddenly, his mortgage became unpayable, leading to eviction and nights in his truck parked behind warehouses. "I used to help others. Now, I'm the one needing help, but no one sees it," he confided, his voice breaking as he talked about missing family milestones while fighting isolation. What if the person next to you at work is one paycheck away from this reality? How might knowing that change the way we support each other? Number 4, the hidden toll: how homelessness shakes families and communities. As we keep exploring on Homeless Life Stories, the causes we've uncovered lead straight to impacts that ripple through families and entire communities in Alabama, often in ways that stay out of sight until it's too late. One of the most heartbreaking effects shows up in the lives of children and families, where homelessness doesn't always look like sleeping on sidewalks. It hides in cars, motels, or doubled-up homes, creating a hidden homelessness that affects thousands. Recent 2025 data reveal that infant and toddler homelessness has surged 23% over the past 2 years nationwide, adding an estimated 82,000 young children to the crisis, with Alabama's warm climate making unsheltered family rates particularly high. In the state, families with children now make up about 33.3% of the homeless population, and over 57,000 family households experienced homelessness in a single year, leading to long-term issues like developmental delays and trauma that can last a lifetime. These kids miss out on stable routines, facing anxiety and health problems, exacerbated by cramped, unstable living. I can't believe I've forgotten the update on this letter. I've been That's exactly what we saw in our time with the Thompson family in Montgomery. A story that brings home the hidden homelessness so many endure without anyone noticing. Sarah, a 32-year-old single mom, works full-time at a local diner, dropping her 2 kids, ages 8 and 10, off at school each morning, as if everything's normal. But at night, they all squeeze into their old sedan parked in quiet lots, sharing blankets and whispering good nights amid the fear of being discovered. We act like it's just a camping trip to keep their spirits up, Sarah told us during filming, her exhaustion evident as she described juggling work shifts with the constant worry of car breakdowns or police knocks. It's a life of pretending during the day, but the toll, missed homework, poor sleep, and that gnawing insecurity build up, stealing childhoods one night at a time. Beyond families, this crisis strains communities in subtle but profound ways, from public health burdens to economic drags that affect everyone. In Baldwin County, for example, local organizations have identified 567 adults and 204 children as unhoused since 2023, contributing to rising infectious diseases and chronic conditions in overcrowded or unsheltered settings. On Homeless Life Stories, we've seen how this leads to higher costs for emergency services, hospital visits, and police responses that taxpayers shoulder, while neighborhoods grapple with unease and declining vibrancy. These stories remind us that homelessness isn't isolated. It touches the fabric of our shared lives. What comes to mind when you hear about families like the Thompsons? Maybe share in the comments how we can better spot and support this hidden side. No. 5. Pathways to change. As we move forward on Homeless Life Stories, sharing these tough realities from Alabama's streets, it's encouraging to see glimmers of hope through initiatives that are stepping up to make a difference, even as challenges like budget cuts loom in 2025. One standout approach gaining ground is the Housing First model, which prioritizes getting people into stable homes before addressing other issues like addiction or mental health. In Alabama and neighboring Georgia, this has shown real promise, with programs targeting the state's high 59% unsheltered rate by offering rapid rehousing, especially for veterans through VA support. But with federal cuts proposed for FY26, including a 43% drop in rental assistance, advocates are pushing hard to protect these resources before they vanish. Another key effort is Alabama's expansion of housing for those with mental illness, rolled out in January 2025. Partnering nonprofits with state services to provide subsidized apartments and on-site care, aiming to house hundreds and curb the 39% homelessness spike from recent years. On Homeless Life Stories, we followed up with folks who've benefited, like Jamal, a 28-year-old from Birmingham who battled schizophrenia and street life for years. After entering the program, he got a small apartment where he could finally focus on therapy and job training. It felt like breathing again. No more hiding from the rain or judgment. He shared in our interview, his smile breaking through as he described rebuilding ties with family. Stories like his show how targeted support can restore dignity when everything else has fallen apart. Beyond that, local responses like Birmingham's Home for All initiative handle non-emergency calls about homelessness through 911 and 3111, connecting people to shelters, meals, and services, with plans to expand into early 2025. the state's 5-year Consolidated Plan for 2025-2029 also ramps up Emergency Solutions Grants, ESG, to fund shelters and prevention, working alongside disaster recovery to address root causes like floods that displace low-income families. These steps remind us that change is possible with commitment, but they need our backing to grow. What initiative do you think could make the biggest impact in your community? Drop a comment and let's discuss ways to get involved. Wrapping it up. As we've journeyed through these stories on Homeless Life Stories, from the raw struggles on Alabama's streets to the quiet forces driving them and the initiatives offering a way out, I've come to see homelessness not just as a statistic, but as a profound test of our shared humanity. In my time putting these episodes together, hearing voices like James, Lisa, Marcus, Elena, David, Sarah, and Jamal has reminded me that behind every tent or car-sheltered night is a person with dreams, regrets, and resilience that often goes unnoticed. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the numbers. Alabama's homeless population holding steady at around 4,601 in 2025, with a staggering 39% rise in recent years, and unsheltered rates hitting 59% in some areas. But what sticks with me is the deeper truth. This crisis reveals how interconnected we all are and how a society's strength lies in lifting those who've fallen, not in looking away. From a personal standpoint, these experiences have taught me that true change starts with empathy. Recognizing that stability is fragile and extending compassion isn't charity. It's an investment in the kind of world we all deserve. One where no one is left to face the night alone. If these reflections and stories have touched you the way they've moved me, show your support by liking this video. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this. Drop a comment with your thoughts on what compassion means to you, or share a story of your own. Your input keeps the conversation alive. And if you're inspired to join us on this path, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more from Homeless Life Stories. We're in this together. In the end, Alabama's story is America's story, a call to bridge the gaps with action, hope, and heart. What one thing will you do today to make a difference? Let us know in the comments.